So hello guys, back to this last video of this tutorial series, which is about setting up the game. We now have all the mechanics that we'll need and done all the scripting, and we're ready now to make this game actually playable. So I prepared here a design of this room that shows the flow of that the player has to follow in order to complete the room. So we have separated this in two sections. So the first bar, so the first section displays linear paths that the player has to follow in order to complete each step. And on the right side, the section implicates some independent steps that the player can take whatever time he likes. So let's look this section first. So the things that the player can do independently, that means that he is able to do it whichever time he likes, and doesn't have to do with things that he has done before. So these are, he can solve the puzzle, the master puzzle, and get this item. It's a paper that it actually displays this riddle that I will explain later how it works. One other thing you can do is solve the chess and get this color paper that displays these colors, which is a puzzle inside the room. You can also solve the scale and get a card, get the 8 spades, no wait, it's 8 clubs, this card, and you can move a book and get this paper which displays this thing. He can go behind the sofa and get the box. He can open the right drawer and get 7 hearts. He can go in the top of the furniture, which also is the puzzle is placed, and take the 4 diamonds. Okay, these are the things that the player can do independently. So these things require some other steps to be completed first in order to do it. So if the player finds this color paper, he can solve it and open the first number lock, which is located in the first wall, and get the blue key. He can use then the blue key to open the left drawer and get the knife. The other path that he has to take is he needs to solve this riddle in order to open the second number lock and get the two clubs, the two spades. So if he's done on that, he will combine the knife and the box. He will actually cut the box with the knife in order to shape it like that and get the last piece of this riddle. So the last riddle is about combining these things. That means this thing here and this one in order to complete the shapes, which is the shapes of the cards, and use it in the correct order in order to get the final code for opening the third number lock and get the yellow key to escape. So that is the design that is made for the room, and it was actually made in the very beginning of this project, before even the sprites were painted. So jumping back into Unity, we're going to set up the room having this design in our disposal. So one quick fix first is that because the scale is actually trying to find all the blocks in the start method, but it may sometimes not be able to find them because the blocks set themselves inactive in the beginning. So in order to solve that, you need to just change the start method from the awake, and the finding them will come first. So you won't have any problems with that. Okay, we will go wall by wall. So I deactivate all these renders here. So I don't want to see the objects of the other rooms. And now we have wall 1 here. So let's see what we have for wall 1. Solve the puzzle, get this paper. Okay, so for the puzzle, we have here in furniture 1. So furniture 1, the puzzle is placed in furniture 1. So let's change display image to, where is it? This one. Okay, so here, okay, so in the puzzle script we have the claim item, which was key yellow in the sake for the example, but we don't want the key yellow. We want the we want this one, the paper. To do that, we're going to drop the paper in the scene, make it interactable. What else? Give it a box collider, of course. Give it a box collider and make it a, what was it? What did I call that? Pickup item, yeah, I remember. So it's a pickup item. The display sprite will be this one. So the display is, we don't have them in our resources yet, but it's here somewhere. Do I not have it? Okay, I didn't drop it in my scene, but I do have it. You should also have this in the downloads. So if you're missing any script, please let me know and I will upload everything. The sprite that I'm missing is this one. So I drop it here and drop it then here. Okay, so I have it. Actually, I want it here. Okay, it's in the inventory items. Great. Now we go to this paper, and the display sprite will be paper items. No, you know what? Actually, the display sprite is a sprite in the inventory, and that will be the paper itself. So display sprite will be paper, and display image will be paper items. Or you can actually have it both in the inventory display, have this sprite being displayed. I am actually going to do that in order not to confuse it with the other one, because they have actually the same sprite. The paper you get from the puzzle and the paper you get from moving the book, it's the same in the Outlook, but the content it's not the same. So I will have it paper items, and it's a display book. Okay, so now this one we're going to have it in our prefabs. So drop it here, actually delete it from the scene, and go to the puzzle script and go to the puzzle script and change that to this paper. So now this should work. Let's check it out. Let's see if our item is this one. So solve the puzzle and it doesn't come apart, and that's because you need to set the order layer to UI 1 because it gets hidden due to the priority. So yeah, we have that one. One other thing new in the furniture 1 is the furniture 1 we also get this, the 4 diamonds. So go to my sprites, drop the 4 diamonds. It's a huge sprite. Size it down. Order layer under in layers will be 1. Yeah, one. Wait, make it even smaller, about that size, I guess. Should be fine. Okay. And make it reactable. Give the box collider. Give pickup item. Drop it in the inventory items. 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds. And displayable. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of rotation. Make sure you give the box collider first before you rotate it, in order to match the size of the sprite, and then rotate it. Otherwise, you would not get the results that you want. So I'll just drop it right here and put it in the fence render. Okay, so we have that. Maybe a little rotation like that. Yeah, something like this. I guess. Like this. Okay, so we're good with that. That's it for the furniture. So I'm gonna hide this again and bring up the wall, the first wall, and of course in the display image we'll need with this. Okay. So what else we have? In this drawer, what do we have in this drawer? I don't remember. In the right drawer we get 7 hearts. So this will be a change point. So duplicate this and put it here, size it down like that, about that. Make sure not to overlap with this one. Okay, so we have that change point, and we need another. We have this open drawer for this drawer here, but we have 2 drawers to open, and it would be the same sprite, the same display image. So the first one, I'll call it open drawer right, and the other one will be open drawer left. Okay, so we have the open drawer right, and we also want the open drawer left. So okay, so hit Control D to duplicate it, and this one will be open drawer left. So maybe I should give names in this. Zoom object. Number lock zoom. Change point. Furniture. Zoom object here will be right drawer, zoom, and this one will be left drawer view. And we also want a zoom for this drawer. So duplicate that and bring this here again. Size it down about this size, and there you go. Left drawer, right drawer, zoom. Left drawer, zoom. Ah, with the right. Left drawer, zoom. Okay. Hope we're fine with this. Okay. So we need one more object here. Print empty. Call it open drawer left. draw it in its renders here. And what else? Yeah, I think that's done. Grab open drawer right, open drawer left. Make sure it matches the name despite naming the resources. And now that we have that, dropping the open drawer left and dropping the what was 7 hearts, I think. Yeah, need one. Need box collider and give it a, and then yep, it's displayable. It displays the 7 heart, as it call it, 7 hearts. Right, it's 7 heart, the name, and size down. And break it here, and drop it here, and drop this here. Oh, oh, what did it? Okay, and realize that in the world one, the world one here, left drawer view. I should change this to change it to open drawer left. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Open drawer left. And okay, we do that. What does this have? It has a knife. Okay. Are we done with the first wall? I think we are. Okay, solve the puzzle. It's here. Done that. We have this blue key in the number lock, and okay, we're clear with the first wall. Okay, so we're going to the second. We set this to inactive, set this to active. Let's play once the wall 2. Okay, so what we have here? We have one number lock here, and this number lock is solved by this puzzle. This puzzle okay, this paper. So this display a glass of wine, a statue of an angel baby, and books. So to solve this, you just need to count these things. So we have one statue, and if I go to what was it, wall 3, we have 2 glasses of wine, and we have, I think, 13 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we have 13 books. So the code is, as you can tell, it's 2, 1, and 13, which is 1, 3. So the code is 1, 2, 1, 3. Pretty simple. So let's go back to this one. And we need a number lock. Do we have it in... Okay, I just realized we don't have a number lock prefab. We should have done it, but it's no problem because we take the number lock from the first wall and drop it here. And now we have our prefab. And drop, now that we have that, drop the number lock in wall 2, and now we have to adjust this. So okay, first of all, let's take all of them and size them down out here. Take this one, oh no, not the size. Take this one, bring it here. Take this one, bring it here. This one here. This is the 2, so it goes here. the third number goes there. So you can see the order, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order you need to put the password. I think it makes sense. And this one's here. So, okay, the password was 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. And we need an open locker sprite. The open locker sprite is nope. Is it this one? Oh wait, yeah, it's this one. It's the locker Loecker. You can name it Loecker. That's fine. It's locker 2. The sprite underneath. So we drop it here. Make sure it matches the size of the display image. Okay, so you can see the sprite, and yeah, that's it. Bring that here, and we're fine. And we also need an item. We get an item from this, which is the 2 spades. Great. The draw the 2 spades is enormous. That's fine. Give an interactable box collider. And it's 2 spades. It's playable. And smaller, I guess. Okay, I think I rotate it. I like that. Good. Drop it this here, and we are clear with that. So we have one more number lock, and this is from the last drill. It's from this. It's where you get the yellow key. So I'm going to do this in the end. Okay, whatever. I'm going to do it in the end because it's the last riddle. So moving to the next word, which is Wolfrey. Oh, and its play image is Wolf 3. So here we're clear too, because we don't have the scale and the final door, which we are going also to do in the end. So moving that aside and go to wall 4. Wall 4. Okay. So we already did this with a book. The book chains give us the paper which displays the paper shapes. Yep, that's what we want. Now we have an item hidden inside the sofa, and that is the box. So the sofa is entry point. So I drop it here, about here. So you click here, you can go behind the sofa. Like that. Okay. So for that we need, let's get the sprites and see what it's called. It's behind sofa. Behind sofa. Take that one, drop it here. Okay. Render it, of course. What else? What else? Change this to this. And here we're going to put The box. Do we have the box? Where is the box? That's here. Okay. Drop it here. Wow. Give it a layer of one. Give it a layer of one and make it an actual pickable item. And maybe the box layer is not exactly what I want. Make it like 3.5 to match better. And okay, so that one is a is displayable, of course, and it's a combination item. So yeah, box. Do I have it? No, I don't have it there. Okay, box, and box card. Cool, cool. And next to the knife also gives us the box card. Where is the knife? The knife is in the open drawer. Oh god, I just realized I did it in the box card. Yeah, you should have told me. You couldn't know. Many of you might notice, maybe all of you, that I confused right with left. Yeah, it's the left drawer, this that contains the knife, and the right drawer that contains the 7 hearts, as you can see from here. Wait. I don't know what I was thinking. My mind didn't work. So this is the left and this is the right. So the left has a knife and the right has the card. And why is the card here? Drop it here. Okay. So, but that's okay. I can change it later. It's not an actual problem. So yeah, we'll go back to here. This box, we bring it here, and yeah, and wall 4. Where are wall 4? Are we done with wall 4? So in wall 4, what do we do wall 4? Nothing really. We have the chest that I guess would get the right item. The chest gives us what gives us. Okay, so I changed the names of the drawers because they were bothering me. So this is the left drawer and this is the right, and make sure you have this changed too if you were following me and were confused as well, and change this and the change used right so that you are navigated to the correct display. So this should be fine. So let's go back to wall 4 where we had the puzzle, the chest, right? Back wall 4 where we had the chest, and make sure that the chest gives us a color paper. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're cool with this. Okay, one more thing is in the wall 1. We have this color paper which shows us these colors which match the paintings, if you remember that we had some paintings. So we have the green that shows a 5 here, the what's we call it, light gray, yellow kind of stuff that has a scar on his face. We have a zoom point here. We have one. We don't have. We need a zoom point here. He has scan on his face that shows 7, and also we have the blue 9 and the red 1. So here we need zoom in points for the player to be able to see it. So I'm going to put them now. So win zoom point here. Do we have one? I think we do not. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this with here. You can barely see the lines, but I can, so it's fine. It's like this. Okay, so this is the green painting. Cool. We have go to wall 4. No, wall 4. Wall 3. Go here. And we need zoom in object here, and this is the blue painting. Control D here. This is the red painting. Okay, and finally wall 2. There zoom no oh, we have a zoom object here that is irrelevant, totally irrelevant, and put it here. Let's call it white. It's always white, right? White painting. And of course we need a zoom in for this number lock, but actually for these two number locks. So control D here, second number lock, control D here, third number lock. Okay, going wall 1. This is step by step. And here the number lock of wall 1, the code of course not 1 2 3 4, but it is this one is 7, this one is 1, this one is 5, this one is 9 if I remember. So this 7159, that is the correct code. So there's one last thing to do. It's going here, put a number lock here, bigger, like this. Yeah, it's fine. And the code is so we're going from this will be saved as a clubs symbol. This is the diamond, this is the spades, and this is the heart. So what was it? So this is the this is the clubs, this is the diamonds, this is the spades, this is the hearts. Cool. So the code is I should bring this here. Oh, not here, but here. Do I have the? No, I don't. Okay, I just realized I. Oh, wait. Wait. Many things happening right now. Okay, first let's. Yeah, there will be problems before we complete this. There always are, but we will solve them. Okay, in the stand number log, the third number log. Um, this. Oh wait, this. Oh wait, where was it? Where did I drop this? Hmm. Give me a sec. Okay, so it's up here. Okay, bring it here. So you are the second number log. You are the second number log zoom point. You are the third number log zoom, and you are just the third number. Always make sure you name things because after that you get confused. So your password is it's spade diamonds clutch diamond spade stars. So code is 8472. 8472. That is your code. 88472. And your open lock sprite, well, that is this one. Yeah, this one. Mm, 2 and 2. And you need this thing, right? You need the key. I have it as a prefab too. Anyway, so the key is placed here. Key is placed here. Mm, like that. Alright. So after that, I'll run the game on my own and see what issues come up, because there will be issues. There always are issues when you are setting up a game. It won't work perfectly in the first go, but I think we won't have anything too troublesome. Okay, so I'm going to run now and return in a while. Okay, so I've checked the game, I bugged it, and everything works alright. When you do it on your own, make sure that every name is in the corresponding place and every sprite is in the corresponding folder that needs to be. And also make sure that you have everything set to active, because this is how our code works. So the last thing I want to do is make the final door open. So we have this exit here in wall 3, and this is when we escape. So in order to do that, we will do a very simple thing. We will create a final script, call it exit door, and it's not going to be anything special. We're actually going to, because when we open the door we get um, another sprite that displays that the door is open, and it's this one. So the door works as a dynamic object actually, but it's a little bit different from the other. So we're going to make a new script, and I called it xdoor, but we're going to duplicate everything in the dynamic class. Everything we wrote here, we're going to bring it here and make a little few changes. So we don't need this and this, because this script is only for the door, and we want the change sprite, okay, and the alloc item, which would be the key, the yellow key. We won't need this. Okay, so we won't need this, and we won't need this. Okay, so with the door, what we need to do is make the door open, change the sprite, and print the message that says that we escaped the room. So we need the public game object and call it escape message. So when we interact with it, we want to see if we have the yellow key selected, and we need, of course, using the engine UI. So we want to see if we have the yellow key, and if we do have it, we change the sprite, we display the open door, and we print the message of the escape message. So we need to actually create this thing, and we're going to create a UI text here. UI text, call it escape message. Call escape message. I think I'm going to make it right bigger. Font size maybe about, I don't know, 28. Yeah, about that, I think. Maybe bold. Yeah, you can play with this yourself and make it however you like, this message. I'm just going to make it red and call it you escaped. So you escaped with an exclamation mark, and also add a shadow script so we can see some shadow. Okay, so we have this message, and I'm actually going to prefab it, send it here, and delete it from the scene here. And so again, so when we open the door, I'm going to instantiate this object, which is the escape message. Instantiate escape message. Escape message, and the transform parent will be the canvas. Game object find canvas, right? Canvas, yeah. Okay, so it's canvas. So this object is we need the transform. So this object is generated when we open the door, and it's pointing to canvas because it's a UI object. And I also want to add an animation to this. So I'm going here and create an animation, and if you do not have this tab, you can add it from here, add tab, animation. So I'm going to skip message and add an animation. And for the animation, I'm going to create a new folder in my assets and call it animations. Okay. So now create an animation and drop in the animation folder, and maybe I call it escape message animation, something like that. Escape message animation, and it's not going to be anything great. I'm just going to do it like that. So within, let's say, about 3 seconds, I'm going to add a keyframe here. So to do that, I'm going to press this button, which is the record button. So now everything we're doing is going to be recorded and be accounted as an animation. So I'm going to change the size just a little bit in order to the trigger the keyframe. So now we have a keyframe of 3 that is the escaped message in its final form, and in 0 we wanted to actually uh, size in the camera. So when we are at 0, we're going to make it smaller, maybe like that. So when we play the animation now, you see that it gets bigger, and the time, um, the interpolation time is fine, I think. So in 3 seconds we get the message in full display. And another thing is that I want to go here and change also the alpha. So in 0 we're going to make it a little bit transparent, like that. So you see that the effect is this. So it kinds of fade in right here. Maybe uh, make it more transparent here, so it's like this. So you have this message here, and you can play with this wherever you want. You can animate in different ways. You can make it rotate or whatever you like. Okay, so we have this animation um, here. So to make this work, yeah. So actually, this is the default animation that we play anyways. So we not have to worry about it. We don't have to change anything else. We can just drop it in the scene and it will animate itself. Okay, so I'm going to delete this again and go to Wall 3 and add a zoom in point. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna add a zoom in. Maybe it's better without this. I'm just gonna directly add the and I'm going to directly add a dynamic object in the door and call it exit door. For that we need a interactable, a box collider, and what else? We need the dynamic object. This dynamic, oh no, it's not dynamic object, it's the exit door. It's the new script we made. Okay. And I hadn't saved my script, so I didn't get the display of the variables here. Okay, so now going to the sprite here and dropping the open door in the world 3. The order layer should be 1, the size of the display image, like this, and I'm going to drop the open door here. The unlock item is the yellow, and the escape message is in our prefabs. Cool, cool. So let's try this. So the final code to open the number lock is defined by this combined with the other sprite, which is the order of the cards 8 here. You see the clubs 4 to 7. So it's 8, 4 to 7, the combination. So I'm going to activate all in order to be able to debug it. Okay, so code is, I totally forgot, it's 8, right? Then it was 4, I think, it was 2, it was 7. Okay, so we get the key, and yeah, nothing happens. So why is that? Let's see. We have the X door, it's interactable, it has a box collider. That's interesting. Oh no, oh no. Damn, I forgot to actually place this. Place it to do. Place it in the correct place, which is right here. Okay, now let's try again. Set everything to active and go here. It's 8, 4, 2, 7, and null reference. We have a problem again. Okay, solved it. Finally, we have our door, and I'll show you what I did now. First, let me show you the effect that we have. So, get the key here and open the door and get the escape message. So, what I forgot to is forgot to implicate the interface interactable in the X door, because it's an interact object and we need the interactable interface in order to implicate the public void interact. And one more thing is that you need to go to the escape message prefab and add an animator component, because I thought we had one but we didn't. And in order to have the animation and the controller, you need to drop the escape message controller, which is in the animation folder. So now we have everything. We actually have our room working, and the last thing I want to do is create a menu real quick. So this is the final thing we're going to do, and after that we're actually going to have a playable game with a menu and everything. So for the menu, I'm going to create. How should I do this? I only need this. I think I'm going to duplicate a scene. So save scene as. Go to scenes and okay, so I'm going to save the scene as menu and open up the menu, which is actually right now it's the same scene, but I need to duplicate this in order to not make everything sound. I'm deleting everything except the camera bounce, the event system, the canvas, and the display image. In the display image, I don't need the component either. I only need the I only need to display the wall one. So wall one will also be our menu display. So I'm going to do also everything in here like this, and now we have a scene, a clear scene with only one display of an image. And now I'm going to create two buttons. One button will be the play button, and the other button will be the exit. Not then everything too fancy. So we have play and exit. Let's make them quite bigger. Please take the exit and put it down like this. Okay. And in US Sprite, we have some defaults that I like better, or don't we? We don't, but we can change the color a little bit better looking. I think I choose kind of a reddish brown color. You can pick your own one. Yeah, maybe like this. I'm going to duplicate this hex color value to the other button too, so we have the same color. About the text, you know what? I play with the values a bit and return. Okay, there you have it. We have it like this. It is the color and the size I selected. You can do it whatever you want. You don't have to follow my own exact steps. So this has two simple buttons that will have two simple functions. And the functions we will have them here in button handler. In the button handler. So one will be public void play. What default option is that? Public void play. Just play, man. What? Don't default change this. Just want to be play. Okay. Or call it on click play because we want to match the other names. I call it public void on click play, and the other will be public void on click exit. So with these two functions, we're going to start the game or exit the game. So to do that, first of all, let's go to our build settings and add every scene we have in the build. So we need to do this in order to make the executable game work. So I'm going to the build settings and add the open scene, which is the menu, and I'm going to load back just a sec the previous scene, and also add this here too. So I have them in the build settings. So go back to menu scene, and we're going to use here using, I think it's scene management. Yeah, we're using the engine management and the The command here is monitor log well, log scene. Alright. That scene we can give the index. Can we give the name? The name of the scene is, I don't remember. Escape game. Escape game. Got the scene. We've played. So let's see first if this works. Do that. We have in our commands here. We have a button handler here. So in on click here in play button, we're going to drop our canvas, and it's on click play. Think we don't have a problem here. I click play and we get right in our game here, as you can see. And the transmission is kind of smooth, is very smooth actually. We don't have to wait any loading because our game is pretty light. So we have to play, and for the exit, we're just going to have application quick, right? Okay, think this work. Go to the exit. Drop the canvas here and click exit. So you click here in the exit, and I don't know if it works in the debug mode. Maybe this only works in the executable application. I will check this out. Yeah, so this only works in the actual executable program. So when you going to build and run the game, then you're going to have this working. For now, it doesn't. So I'm going to do one final thing. We actually have a complete game right now. We can play. We have a menu. We can hit play, and we can actually play. And we can also exit. And I want to make, first of course, let's make here returning to the menu after opening the door. And this, I'm not going to do it right away. I'm going to write a public enumerator and call it, how should I call it? Maybe load menu, maybe something like that. So we don't want to load the next scene directly after the player opens the door, because then he won't see the escape message coming in the screen, and he will just be popped out in the menu right after opening the door. So we don't want that. We want to wait for about it should be yell new wait yell new wait yell return new wait for seconds, and it will be about 4, I think. So in 3 seconds we have our message loading, play the animation, and after 1 second we will be guided to the menu. For this thing, mm, because now we will have our animation repeated here in 3 seconds, because when it reaches the 3 seconds it will go back to 0, so we don't want to have that. We don't want our animation to repeat. So I'm going to copy these frames and add them here. So after 3 seconds and for the next 1.5 seconds, the message will be stayed the same. It won't animate anymore. So that's what we want. We want to animate, be bigger, and have an alpha and full alpha. And then after 1 second, we will go back to the menu. So when we open the door, we start the coroutine. This is how it works. We have this coroutine here, the load menu, which works as an enumerator, and it helps us uh, execute things in after a specific delay. So after this, we're going to have a scene manager, load scene, and the scene is menu. That's what we want. So where do I get an error here? Okay, I forgot this. Right. Let's see if this works. Still get an error. I forgot to save this. So I'm hitting play, get the key right away because I know code. Open the door, you escape. The message animated. Wait and go back to the main. So now we have a game completed. The last thing I want to do is I'm going to create a message, a story, a small story of the room that will be shown to the player when he starts to play. And I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to take a little bit of time. And if you want to know exactly how to edit, I can make a small video after that, or I will also upload the whole project, the whole Unity project, and I will upload the download link, so you will have it everything you need. So I'm going to do this right now, see how it looks, and that will be all. Okay, so guys, so I'm done, and this is the final form of the game. So you hit play, and you get all these great big messages. It says, when you were informed that your grandmother's old house was about to be pulverized, in order to free up space for a park, you headed right away there to see if any valuables left. After getting in, unable to find anything worth keeping, you realized that the door wouldn't open and the windows were too rusty to even move. Recollecting back to your childhood, you remember that your grandmother was always keeping a backup yellow key somewhere in the room. You need to find the key fast and escape before you get pulverized along with the house. Okay, the last one is a bit extreme, but in order to make the game more alarming, we add the final phrase to the text. So you hit let's escape and you play the game normally. And now everything works fine. So this is the final form of the game and the end of the tutorial. So I hope guys you liked it and gained something from it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel, because these things helps me going on. And that would be all. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.